Okay, now we're live.
Now we are live.
I gotta get in. Perfect.
This is
You
beautiful.
like it?
I like it.
Sweet. So, cool. Well, glad that you could be on. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you. My name's Dom. I don't come here much, but I'm here now.
Yes, welcome. And what is the name of your company?
So, I don't think I've told anyone this yet
Uh-oh.
because I just left another company.
Okay.
Like back in December, and now I'm doing my own solo thing.
Oh, nice.
But it's Dom Does Media.
Nice.
Yeah, this.
So you were working for somebody before then?
I
Kinda?
was subcontracted out with them.
Okay.
But the only problem is that my business and my clientele grew so fast, so big.
Yeah.
I needed backup, and they wouldn't allow me to hire someone.
Oh, that's dumb. You think they'd, because I mean, the more you do, the more they make?
Yeah, because I would give them 15% a month.
And so it seems like they would want you to grow more.
Yes, but they don't want.
They want the control.
They wanted the control.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, I get it. Like, if I had someone underneath me hiring out some other people,
Yeah.
where they pretty much wouldn't even have to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I totally do. I was like, but look, I appreciate everything you guys did for me, but I gotta go do my own thing.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, did that cause any trouble? Like, were you able to just take all the clients that you had?
So I agreed. It wasn't really an agreement. I was just all like, hey, look, I appreciate everything you've done, but over the last year and a half, or actually the last 3 years, I've built my clientele this way. Yes, you guys gave me a jump start with giving me a very good head start. Like, I ended up, my first half month was like a $6,000 month starting out.
For sure.
Yeah,
You're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I go from a $12 an hour job making what I made in one day in a month.
You're just like,
to
oh,
turn
shit.
around and I'm very grateful, and they taught me a lot of things. Just more refining. But then they were running my Google ads and then giving me more referrals. But towards the end of the first year, I ended up getting all my referrals and new clients from Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I was just all like, all right, I'm gonna ride this out. But I was still giving 15%. It started at 30, then it dropped to 20, then it dropped to 15.
Yeah.
And so I was just all like, this summer I pulled in $28,000 in 1 month in July.
It's a good month.
I had to give him like $5,000. I was all like,
For doing nothing almost.
yes. They built me into what I am,
For sure.
which I am completely grateful for. But I could have used that $5,000 and paid someone $5,000.
Or your own marketing to do instead of, whatever it may be.
No, I don't even want to market. Like, my Instagram, I have dried up so much because I am not trying to pick up new clients right now.
Yeah.
And so,
First world problems.
I think it's beyond first world problems
For
right
real.
now.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing to have. So, because I mean, you hired somebody just to do the Matterports then, right?
And she moved.
Oh, what?
I was going to hire her to bring in to do photography, but there was a contract between me and the other company. And so then once I finally got her to be like, look, I can get you about, say, $4,000 a month. We can do this. That's a pretty decent living in comparison to what you're doing now.
For sure.
She's a college student or whatever.
Oh,
but then
that'd be great that age,
And so then turned around and was just all like, she moved on with her life.
Sure.
And so she actually today just moved up here into Seattle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Yeah, because you're more like down south.
I'm in Tacoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's
so
the main
I'm a little
area
bit
that
out
you...
of place up here, I'm like,
Still shithole city.
Oh, yeah. We're like the asshole of, besides
true.
Spokane.
Yeah. Facts.
But what do you call that? It was just all like, she went on. So I have another person who I'm probably going to be bringing on. And she's going to be pretty decent for me to bring on because she has a marketing background.
Oh, nice.
And so
it helps with you like actually starting your own thing and kind of growing that, like, so you have all your own like logo and all that stuff done.
I actually so my main client, her main graphic designer / marketing person is actually doing mine.
Okay, nice.
And so we're launching the website, I think in March or so, with a whole new logo. It looks very cliche, Pacific Northwest, but I like it. Like, it's going to have some mountains and some trees.
Yeah,
and
for
some
sure.
green tones to it.
And I was only asking about the whole client thing because I know like a lot of agents are very loyal, obviously, which is a good thing.
They did stay with me.
Which is good, yeah. So that's good. I mean, from a company that you worked for standpoint, it's like some people do like non-competes or things like that. You know,
can't do non-competes.
Oh, okay.
So in Washington State, This is not legal advice, but
Yeah, this is just based off experience, not actual legal advice.
yes. Who is it? Who's our governor that Inslee?
Yes, that guy.
So he does some things that I maybe dislike sometimes, but he did this one thing that really saved my ass. If you're an independent contractor making under $250,000, the non-compete does not count.
Oh, wow.
But if you're an employee and you're contractually
employed by them.
Yeah, and you're making like 120, then it's enforceable.
Oh, interesting.
But if it's under that, it's not enforceable.
The more you know, look it up yourself, though.
Yeah, it's all online.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, or hire a lawyer, which I did.
Yeah, exactly. What you need to do.
When I quit, he was not prepared for me to say, look, I already checked with legal counsel about this. If you want your guy to message my guy, I'm totally fine. I haven't heard anything from him.
Your people talk to my people.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Look, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm not trying to get fucked.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, like, that's the thing is those people or your agents wouldn't really even know who to go to besides you because you're their point of contact, right? It's not like they go through the other company.
They don't.
They just find you through their ads that they make for you.
They did. I mean, they don't do it anymore. They didn't.
Exactly.
And once I found out, like we were in the underground, and we were doing. I'm sorry, I'm bringing it closer.
Nice and close. ASMR.
This is like my OnlyFans.
Yeah, you have an OnlyFans? Nice.
Yeah, it's only my belly, bro. I only post my belly. Apparently, people like it. They're like, "Hey, let me lay on that belly."
I've joked about doing that, bro.
Hey, it's another source of income. They told me I need 7.
I'm gonna do like with my dad bod or something, like doing the dishes, like folding laundry.
I had a premium Snapchat at one time where I told these women, I'm like, look, you snap me and I will listen to you, bitch.
Yeah.
I made like $7.
Wasn't there like a meme? It was like the guys are working on the corner, like a woman pulls up and he's like, yeah, I can listen to you for a whole hour. You want to bitch about your husband? I got you, fam.
Oh, so back to the whole clients. I ended up letting like my main clients that I got from them, which ended up only being like maybe 10.
Sure.
I'm like, look, I'm leaving Cascade Pro Media. And they even released an email saying that, you're
separating
and everything. In fact, it was one sentence between paragraphs. I was like, that's so anticlimactic. But it's just all like, whatever. It is what it is. And half of them already still use both the two main people, which was myself and another photographer.
Oh, okay.
And so I've seen maybe 6 out of 10 of them.
Yeah.
4 of them I haven't. And so if I lost them, okay, I understand. It's totally fine.
You'll gain more anyways.
Yeah, I'm already gaining more. Like since January, I picked up 13 new clients.
Jeez.
And so,
which is awesome. I mean, compared to like, what did you do before this? Before you did photography? Or before you had your own real estate.
Before real estate, I
guess let's start at the beginning. Like, okay, what did you do like out of high school? Like what?
I went to the military.
Military, okay.
I was young and dumb. I had a girlfriend at the time that says, hey, I want to join the military with you. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Oh, Jesus.
I was smart.
Yeah.
And I scored a 75.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that good? I don't know.
It's out of 100.
Oh, okay.
So, it's a C, but I mean, like, it's really hard to get 100 in some of these tests unless you're really damn smart.
You're a genius.
Yeah. I keep telling myself that, though. But that's besides the point. She only scored like a 45.
Oh, Jesus.
And so we wanted to be together, right?
She can't do anything at this point.
No, she couldn't. So she could be a military cop.
Oh, geez.
And I'm all like, all right, look, I'll be a military cop too. That sounds kind of cool. Let's do this. I could be a cop once I get onto the outside.
Sure.
She was lying the entire time. She kept faking her weight, saying that she was overweight. I was like, look, I pick you up. You're not that heavy.
And she's trying to get out of it.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, shit.
And so I signed the contract to be a cop.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And so my main first 3 years of my career, actually, I don't know how much I could talk about this. Let's just say I was guarding bombs that go boom, really big.
Yeah. You're a military cop.
Yeah. And so I just sat there looking at something not moving because no one would ever try to come touch it.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
And so then I hit up like 2 deployments, broke myself too many times, not during the deployments, but like after the deployments. Second deployment, I did hurt my back, but I was doing dumb shit. So let's just say I got out. I tried to do the whole college thing, and I tried to be a journalist.
Doing like the GI Bill or something. Yeah.
I was getting paid like $1,400 a month, free college. I was all like, I was in there with running start students, man. Like, I was like, should I be the teacher? Like, can you tell me how to do this?
Like, did your mom pack your lunch today? Or?
Is your mom single?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is that her? She just drop you off out there?
Hey, Miss Anderson.
Yeah.
No, but at the same time, I picked up a camera back in like, I don't know, like 2007, because I was into the car scene back then.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it was more like 05.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was like 05.
It's back in Nam, huh?
Dude, it was like back in
I was a freshman in 05.
Dude, like...
high school.
I'm that generation that started out with Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
like the very first, like 99, watching it and everything. And I had a car then.
See, and you could drive. Like that's the generation where it's like it comes out and you're actually able to drive.
Yeah, I was running around in my grandma's Mazda Protege trying to race people. It had a hole in the exhaust, so it sounded like it was a race car.
It sounded like you were going fast.
Yeah, my grandpa had me convinced the entire time that it had a rotary engine.
Oh, man.
I was like, if I can yell at him now.
Right?
Because I've told so many people about it. Yes. Anyways, but so trying to, just document all that stuff. And so once I was getting out from breaking myself too much, I couldn't be a military cop anymore. So I was like, all right, I got to do something.
Yeah.
Let me try journalism because I can use my investigative background with being a military cop.
Oh, yeah.
On top of photography skill.
Oh, that's true.
I think I picked up my first DSLR in like 2012.
Okay.
And so all before that was like Nikon Coolpix or GoPros.
How long did you last in college?
Great question.
I dropped out twice, so
I dropped out.
Yeah.
I found I'm very lazy.
Oh yeah.
And I found if I don't want to do something, I will not do it.
Yep.
But I found that if I keep just going to school and fail, I'll still get paid.
Just collect that GI Bill.
Correct.
Gotcha. Like, I'm trying here.
I did calculus 4 times.
Oh wow.
I have not passed it.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where like most people are like, fuck, I have to pay for that again, where you're like, it's free and I'm getting paid.
Yeah, pretty much. And I feel really bad for it, taxpayers. I also pay taxes, which I'm paying like $32,000 in taxes this year.
Especially when you're your own business owner, you pay more taxes. It seems like.
That's not fun, man. No. It's not fun at all.
The supercharger was a write-off, though.
It is because I needed
faster.
I needed a new upper intake manifold anyway, so I just replaced it with a supercharger. Exactly. It's all in the way you write the reports, people.
Yeah, that's not legal advice or tax advice.
It isn't, but
look into it.
You'll see me next to Bernie Madoff one day. But then the 2016 election happened, and I was winning awards in college with the newspaper. I was covering the Trayvon, was it Trayvon Martin or Michael Brown? One of the ones in, I can't remember, but Macklemore was up here protesting with them.
Okay, that's the hands up, don't shoot time, wasn't it? I remember seeing him a lot on like the media.
It was all during the same time.
Oh, okay.
It was like all around the same exact time.
And were you here?
I was in Tacoma, but it was just all like I came up here for the protest to cover the protest, and that image that I shot won #1 news photo.
Oh wow,
for
nice.
college. So I was like, all right, cool. Which was a community college. It wasn't like UW winning or whatever.
And so, are you from here?
I am.
Okay, so you went in the military and then you came back here when you were out.
Everywhere else sucks. Like
I hear the East Coast is cool though. Like
cool for what?
Cars, I guess.
I guess there is
like a lot of the roads or the temperature, the climate.
Yeah.
Because here like our roads suck for racing and the track's open like 2 months out of the year.
But you got the East Coast over there too. You got 4 Seasons too, and it's all muggy and everything. Your turbo is going to be lagging so bad with all that.
I guess like the best places like South, like Texas, you know, Arizona, shit like that, where it's like dry and like my parents live in Arizona, so it's like you can race like on a fucking Wednesday during the week.
That's what I did in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas would be
so
nice
me
too.
And another military cop don't look back into this, and none of us are in the military anymore.
Yeah,
every single night this is totally allegedly
on Forza.
It's on Forza. We would go to the industrial district all the time, and they would have street races every single night, even though it would be 110 out. I was in a Hyundai Tiburon, man.
Oh man,
automatic,
flexing.
I was
probably
so
the Lambo
fast.
Doors on that shit too.
Close. I had
the neon lights.
I had a Lancer. That I thought if I put an Evo body kit,
it'd be an Evo.
It would be an Evo. I didn't know, man. I was so
kid
dumb.
logic, right? Well, and I mean, like I remember watching the Fast and Furious. I thought those cars were fast.
Yeah. You know, now that you look at it, like that Jetta should have lost.
Yeah,
with no front brakes.
For real, I was about to say that. I was like, how do you stop? Like, did nobody see that when they were editing?
I'm decently certain he was just pulled down.
Well, and you know, like what and like as a photographer, videographer now, it's like I watch movies with a different eye. It's like, how did nobody see that? Or like in just shots or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like what were they thinking? Like. I don't understand. Like, how do you miss these certain things?
I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. But you know, the one cool thing about being a photographer / videographer now, you can actually pick up on what people are doing in these movies. And I'm like, it seems so simple. And yet you're like, I'm going to use that next time.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, this is definitely my move now.
Well, and it's like, I don't know. Do you watch like sports like UFC or anything?
Yeah.
So like the last UFC, the Usman fight this last weekend, they brought out like it was probably like a 50 mil, but a very low aperture lens.
Yeah.
They call it like, oh, it's the one they use in the NFL. It's the sports lens but it's like, they just had a shallow depth of field where everything was blurry behind them. Right. And they had it, you can watch them in the ring.
They were down by the ground.
It was like in the ring. They're like on a Ronin or something it looked like. And it can be like, oh my God, it's a cinema lens or it's a sports lens that they're using in the NFL. It's like so expensive. Like, bro, it's like a 50. Somebody like wrote an article. It was like a Sony with like a 50 mil 1.4. And it's like the dude just, made it super look good, like obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like, dude, they're not doing anything crazy.
I was like, I'm looking at whenever the NFL added the cameras this year, and I was like, okay, cool. Some of it was cool.
Yeah.
But then it was doing it Sony's, focus finding all the time.
That's why I shoot Canon, man. I love my autofocus.
I mean, we have good autofocus. It depends on how. It's just not good with phase detection autofocus.
And what you're using it for.
Yeah. And so it's just all like white wall and chair. You better focus on that chair. That white wall, you'll be like this.
Well, I feel like they do have really good like face or eye focus.
Yeah.
You know, at least like on I watched Manny Ortiz. He's like a portrait photographer. Shoots mainly with Sony.
He's out of New York, right?
Chicago.
Yeah,
but he does a lot of cool work like in the city or urban shoots and stuff. I always love watching his videos. I always like watching other people's stuff because it like helps me just learn more, right?
Who else do you watch?
Obviously Peter McKinnon. It's kind of helped me start.
I actually dislike him now.
Matty Hapoya,
I like Matty better.
Chris Howe.
He's
like in their little group.
He is.
I watched a little bit of his car stuff because he does a lot of like actual big Mercedes shoots I just like how to like get stuff like that. Who else do I watch?
I think his girlfriend Lizzie.
Yeah, they're like engaged. She's good.
She they did like a real estate one.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, don't.
Please stop.
Stop all these rules that you're saying right now. Yeah. Who was it? Mango Street.
Yeah, I watched some of theirs. Yeah,
they were like, shoot as low as possible.
Yeah, they're interesting for sure.
Shoot down by your kneecaps and make sure it's level there. I'm like, at least you got the levels.
I know, right?
Like,
get your verticals. Who else? Oh man, I just was thinking of one. Oh my God, Parker Walbeck. Obviously, I'm like in the full-time filmmaker group.
Did you actually join that?
Yeah, I'm in the group. Yeah, that's how I kind of met Corbin too.
Oh really?
He's in it. And so and like that's the thing for me is like I don't follow one person 100%. I pick little things from each person and kind of apply it, or if I need to apply it to myself, because everyone's different, right? So it's like learning just little tips from people here and there, as we're all going to shoot out a different eye, different creativity, and that's all it's all about. And that's the thing is you can't teach, in my opinion, really is creative. You have to find it yourself, how to be creative, how to just learn to get those shots or whatever it may be. And for me, I love video, and a big part of it is because I feel like it's easier to stand out in video with like every mom tog or whatever you want to call them. People just go to Costco and buy a camera, and then they make a Facebook page, and now they're a photographer.
Yes.
So it's like you do some video work and you can really set yourself apart. Even in like real estate, you get people who like I sent you the text of the girl who the lady who got stuck out doing photos for Redfin. I was like, hey, do you know anybody who got stuck out in Snohomish?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I got hired because she couldn't do video. So it kind of separates yourself, in my opinion, that when you do the full thing.
So PFRE 2019, they were preaching, be good at one thing and one thing only. Don't be a jack of all trades. And I sat there and was like, wait a second. No, I'm literally picking up many clients because their one photographer wanted to do video, and they would have to spend a whole day doing media.
Yeah.
To where at most, I shot a 7,200 square foot house by myself the other day. I was there only 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's with photo, video, Matterport, and drone.
Oh, jeez.
And then I did come back like an hour and a half later for Twilight.
Wasn't that like when you had the person you hired, wasn't they going to help you? And then like.
I forgot to tell her. It was on the weekend. And so I was just all like,
this one's my bad.
Yeah, no, completely my bad. She was out hiking. So I would have felt like a dick, just like be like, hey.
Do you pay, or like anybody, do you pay them like by similar, like how you charge, like by size?
Yeah. Well, yes,
by hour
kind of,
or,
yeah. So say like anything under 3,000 square feet, which is going to take under an hour.
Yeah.
I pay them $100.
Yeah.
You're making
just doing Matterport.
Yeah. You're just pressing a button, moving it around. It's very simple, and $100 for an hour of work. Where are you going to do that at? I mean, besides our industry, maybe, but it's just all
and I don't do Matterport, but I'm curious, is that a game changer for you? Like compared to like when people ask you, do they ask you a lot about it?
So COVID has really changed it. But so from 2018 to 2019, I did maybe 12. And I was borrowing the lead photographer's Matterport all the time. I would have to drive all the way to Bremerton, grab it, go do the appointment, and then drive all the way back to Bremerton from Tacoma, which is like 30, 40 minutes. But I mean, like, it was tedious.
Gas, and then how much it's worth or what you charge.
But then once COVID hit and we got shut down for like 5 days, and then they said we're back to being open, but there was no open houses.
Yeah.
I went from doing those 12 to between March and April, before I bought my own, I did 50.
Wow.
Yeah. And so between last March and now, I'm up to about 400.
Jeez. And so what's like your upsell on just Matterport? Like
minimum is 350.
Oh, wow. Nice. So that's definitely a good chunk every time you do it. I still remember this one post stood out to me. It was like, you were like going to get out the drone, and like somebody commented, it was like, oh, we don't think, or it was like the homeowner or something, like, I don't know if we really need drone for this. And you're like, well, there goes that $75.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah. And they're like, oh no, we'll still do because they felt bad or something like that.
Yeah, no, I sometimes I got demoted a lot in the military, like 3 times because my mouth.
Oh yeah.
I literally say what's filter. On my. Yeah, no, like.
Which is, I mean, good, especially when you're on business owner. I mean, that's like for me, it's like I do still have my full-time job, so it's like if a client pisses me off, I'm like, dude, fuck you, like I'm just not going to do this.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? I don't need you, given it's nice, and I'm, most people. I don't really have many issues, but it's just always have that safety net,
Yeah.
So what are you doing over there, man?
Glass?
Is there glass?
Maybe.
I don't know. What did you bring into the studio, man?
I didn't bring anything into the studio.
I think it's just wood.
It's clearly not wood.
I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like glass. Is it?
I lost it.
Oh
well.
Damn it.
Anyways.
Squirrel.
Yes, ADHD.
Just take your Adderall.
Yes, my Cafe Elite.
Your caffeine.
We are not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Sponsored by my BECU.
Yes, I'll take a BECU.
It's sponsored by my credit. Whoa.
Kicking
the GoPros, man.
My bad, I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to take one of your GoPros.
So what were we at?
Oh, we were talking about like the Matterport, how much you upcharge for that.
Yeah, so it actually hindered me.
Okay.
From making more money. It turned my invoices into $750 to $2,000, which is nice. But I was only able to do 2 to 3 a day.
For sure, because you're there a while. If you're doing a full package for everything.
Normally, my job would take under an hour with just photos, video, and drone.
Oh yeah.
And then now with Matterport, I would have to add on an hour.
I'll say it seems like pretty time consuming.
It is very time consuming, but I prefer like the Matterport with the Pro 2 camera. It is a little bit slower, but it's more precise and a better camera.
Interesting.
In comparison to like a Z1 or an Insta360. And so people are like, oh no, I'm saving money right here, or get the iGuide. They're like, oh, this is just as fast, but they're being charged like $200 for their hosting.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because I have no idea how it works. I've never even used one. So do you like take all the photos and then somebody has to host it, like another website?
So Matterport does.
Oh, okay.
It's very
that's the actual like company service.
Correct. You just upload it on your iPad. Once you're done, and then it processes and it comes right back.
Oh.
You could do matter tags. You can like click on things, and you can add your photos in if you want. That's if you want.
Yeah. For me, it's like I've always had this perspective. Like I just like browsing on houses and stuff. I don't like looking at Matterports. I feel like it's so slow.
50-50.
And I'm just like, dude, I'd rather watch a video personally. I feel it's more like up to date. Yeah, maybe I'm biased. There's a little bit of bias that I just don't know who's going to sit there and take the time to click through the Matterport because I feel like it's just so time consuming or it doesn't always function correctly. Or,
well, you got to think about it like this. This person who may be out of state or not wanting to leave their house to go look at this house, this is a very big purchase for them.
Yeah.
You know, we can think ourselves as artists and everything like that, but we're there to help them agent either sell the house or, you know, find that homeowner to get into that house.
That's true.
And so the Matterport really helps out, especially in a military community, especially down in Tacoma, which I got Lewis McCord, and, you know, out in Bremerton with the Navy base and everything. Even up here, these people are out of state looking at it, and they're able to sit inside and, you know, rotate. If you had the 3D goggles or whatever, you can look through there.
Oh,
but then you're also able to measure the Matterport. The Pro 2 camera measures with LiDAR or lasers, one or the other.
Yeah.
But you're able to measure to see if your couch will fit.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. See, the more you know.
Yeah, and so
that's cool.
I used to not be a big proponent to it just because it was just time consuming and you know, I made a profit off of it. It was good. It's good money, but it's my number one costly thing besides Chris, which is my editor.
Oh, okay.
That guy just saves me so much time.
Oh,
I'm gonna pay him whatever. I send him like an extra $300 every.
So you know what's funny about that is like I used to be so against. I was that guy. I was like, oh, it's my art or it's my work, and like then once I hired an editor mainly for real estate, it was like, dude, this saves me so much time. Like I just upload it and I'm like, fuck this. And especially I have a kid, right? So it's like I'm gonna go spend time with my daughter.
Of course.
They're editing for 2 hours.
I need to take a nap.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
right.
No, so
I got to play WoW.
yeah. I actually dove back into that earlier this year, and then I quit.
Oh, good.
I was done.
I did that like a year ago, or when they redid the vanilla WoW. I was like, oh, let me try it on my Mac, you know. And I mean, my Mac's like max spec, so it's like it'll run it. But I was like, I can't do this. Like, I will fall down this for 8 hours a day.
And that's what I was doing.
That's how it gets you, man. And then next thing you know, your business crumbles. And
I will not let my business crumble. I will literally get up and just do whatever. Like someone just called me today. I was sitting there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're like, hey, can you shoot today? I'm like, normally no, but I will.
Yeah.
And so they were like, never mind, we don't need it.
You're like, oh, okay.
Whatever you want, you just tell me. They're one of my number one clients.
Oh, okay.
But, as a business owner, I consider myself more of a business owner than a photographer right now.
For sure.
Like,
well, you work for your own business. You're your own employer now.
Correct. And so it's more like a media company. To where, I'm providing, photos, video, drone, photo, video, then floor plans, Matterport,
Absolutely,
that's more than just a photographer now.
Oh, for sure.
And so how do I professionally run my business? And so outsourcing, so 30 images cost me $30 to
it's like $1 an image.
$1 an image. Yeah. And that $30 makes me that 30 images makes me 320.
Yeah.
So I get 290.
Exactly.
So like people are like, I can't pay that. I'm like,
people don't understand. It's like,
what are you charging?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, well, we can't charge your type of money. I'm all like, okay.
Well, and that's the funny part is like they're looking at all the other states, and it's like they're just a race to the bottom. I
get some hate.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
I mean, they're always. I mean, even in the underground,
we get some in like the full-time filmmaker group because like Corbin and I, and he does. Like I said, he makes like $350-ish a year. Now I'll have him on here the podcast at one point. But he does really well, and we get into that debate with other people is like, well, I can't charge what you guys charge, or they make excuses for not having enough clients. And like what he did is like everyone's got their own like strategy on how to market to get clients.
Yeah.
What he did was genius. He became a real estate agent and went to different brokerages and networked that way, and then just basically did all the media for like so many different agents. I was like, that's genius. I was like, because he can see everything or whatever in like MLS or however you get more access to things. And so he it's just crazy to see the people do different things to get to where they're at. And then I just, got to he's starting to like hire people, which is how you make more money too.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, he's asked me, and I may shoot some stuff for him. Like, what would I charge if he sends me a house? And then he makes whatever on top of that for doing nothing, just referring the client to me. And you could do that or straight up hire people. I think it depends on like the quality. Because for me, he doesn't have to pay for gear. Like I already have all my own gear.
Yeah, definitely.
And so that's the thing is like I will shoot stuff. Heck, if you need anybody, man, I'll shoot houses for you. Because I know you're getting busy. So, it's one of those things of.
I refer out like big time. That one group that I added you to, the Washington photographer group.
Yeah.
It's a good group of people. They're trying to make it bigger than what it is. They're trying to make it a hub.
For like all Washington people. Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm not willing. It's kind of like the B&B. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to be in a B&B. Like, I'm going to refer out to whoever I need to refer out because that's who I trust.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in that area. I even have best friends right now to have in real estate, realtors, that if someone's in Maple Valley, I'm going to refer to them and not the one who's my top client in Gig Harbor. You know? I'm just not going to do that for my Gig Harbor one. She don't want to go all the way to Maple Valley.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if they're busy enough. They're like, fuck that.
But then I'll get some. They're like, why didn't you refer to me? I'm like... I'm saving you time.
Well, yeah, it's like, you know how many agents I know or things like that too, you know, or lenders.
I'm trying to buy my own house, and you know how difficult this is?
Well, and you need like 2 years of your own expenses of being a business owner, right?
Yeah, I'm going on 3 years now.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't sure how that worked as being a contractor with the other company.
I was still on 1099.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, that still counts, obviously.
It does.
Do you have a lender already?
I do.
Okay, so I'll plug my buddy Dane. He was on the podcast last time.
Yeah, Dane.
You know Dane?
Yeah.
And Yar? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always, talking about
I think we're actually friends on Facebook. I know he's in my finance group now.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say maybe just because you guys both been photographers for a long time. Cross paths over time.
It's so crazy knowing so many people. Ever since, having like real estate photography, and then I think I knew of you before real estate knew of you / your name.
Oh, yeah.
Before real estate photography.
Oh, probably.
Because of the car scene.
Yeah.
And, I was very active in this car scene between 2013 and, say, 2016. Because 2016.
Yeah, because you had a pretty big page, like a Subaru page or something like that on Facebook or something.
Seventune. I was their only U.S. photographer, which it's a Japanese English-speaking page.
Okay, so it's like a collaboration of a lot of different people, and you just were a part of it?
It was like literally one guy, Adam.
Oh, okay.
Which was an Australian living in Japan.
Oh, interesting.
Teaching English.
Huh.
And I was like, okay, that's cool.
Weird flex,
okay. He tried to be... him and Speed Hunters would always get into it, and I would always get thrown... like
in between.
And so whenever I would shoot FD and everything like that, I'd be shooting next to the Speed Hunter guys. I'm like, fuck, hope they don't recognize me. Come to find out, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He just made it so much more of a bigger deal than what it was.
Well, that's usually what it is too, is like a lot of people will blow things out of proportion or like in their mind, right?
Yeah.
Like you think people care about something and they really don't. It's all in your head,
That's one thing I love about like the people who like always give me shit all the time in these groups.
Yeah. And you're just like, you're thinking of me and I'm not thinking about you at all. I don't even know who you are.
Well, the great part is that I don't reply to them, but they they keep saying snarky stuff to me, and I'll get people messaging me, or we'll talk about it in another group, and I'm like, I'm not even paying attention to him, but he's still worried about me. It's so great.
For real.
It's like I'm controlling them emotions without even, doing
You're living
anything.
in their head rent free.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. That $2,000 invoice isn't going to fill itself,
Dude, I died when I saw that. Was it a TikTok that you made or Instagram or something yesterday? You did an old filter.
Yes, man, that was rough.
And you're like, I was like, oh, it's Dom. And then you take the filter off. I was like, oh no.
Yes. I was all like, look at this old filter. Guys, turned it off. I'm like, it's the same.
It's the same fucking thing.
What is going on, man? And then I seen one today that really attacked me. Like, TikToks and Reels just like entertain me for hours. But
dude, it's dangerous, man. I'll sit there like, my legs are numb on the toilet now. I can't get up.
Yeah, pretty much. Sir, that's how hemorrhoids happen. You need to not be on the toilet that long.
I know.
Anyways, it was all like, women are like, I bet you, it was a woman talking. It was like, I bet you look ugly underneath all that makeup. And she was all like, well, take off that hat. I was like, no.
Don't you dare.
How dare you?
Or it's like the beard too.
Yeah.
Like your beard was fucking epic, man. I was like, when you shaved, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no, it goes. And
it's already like almost back.
Yeah.
Like, it fucking grew like a day.
Yeah, but I've also, so I shaved it, 3 months ago? Then it grew out to about what your length is. And then I shaved it again like just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy. You're already where you're at now, 2 weeks.
Yeah. But I got the like splooge mark going on. I don't know which side.
It's gray hairs.
Yeah, it's just like chilling. Yeah, it's like, is it where I'm drooling or something? I don't know, man. I'm like,
stress.
I don't know. I'm not really too stressed.
Yeah,
I don't let things stress me out.
Yeah.
And that's what pisses off a lot of my exes. They're like, this is a big deal. I'm like, okay, cool. We can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, so you can't control it, so why get mad?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a whole different conversation.
That is a totally different conversation.
But I mean, yeah, dude, TikToks and Reels have been blowing up, though. I mean, that's a great way to market.
Your TikTok is, how many followers are you at now?
North Pole Racing is like almost 6,000, and I've had some videos that like 200,000-300,000 views. My most was a little over 500,000. It was like a stupid like lighting thing where I showed people the difference between overhead lighting.
That was actually pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I really like that one. I was like, man, that's smart. And even though I've been a photographer for so long, I can't do that.
Oh, really? Like lighting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like we were just shooting in here in the studio earlier, and like Casey, she's done majority natural light her like whole like career, and it's that thing of lighting is just a whole different beast. Like once
you just gotta learn it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's another thing of photography to learn, and video. That's what for me. So I started teaching myself like just on YouTube and shit when I was just first shooting cars, and then like last year I joined full-time filmmaker because I want to do weddings and commercial work. I wanted to expand.
I can't do weddings.
Have you ever done a wedding?
Yes.
Did you not like it?
I have a problem with time.
Oh yeah, like showing up on time.
No, I know that I cannot take if I miss that one photo of them kissing. I cannot rewind that time and that emotion.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be that person.
You don't want that stress.
I don't. But at the same time, I keep telling people no. Yeah. That I will not shoot their weddings. They seen the 2 to 3 weddings that I shoot, and they're like, "Give me a price, any price right now." I'm like $7,000.
Yeah.
And they say yes.
And you're like, "Oh,
I have 3 weddings booked up coming up in the next 2 years," and I'm all like, "Dude,
it's a TikTok. Oh no,
yeah,
no.
I'm going to have to do it for $7,000.
Oh, for sure.
And all I do is throw a filter on it. I don't do anything special. Like on my photos, yeah. I just throw a filter on it.
Do you do video too or no?
No.
Okay.
But
you need a second shooter? You want to make sure you get all them shots?
I mean, yeah, I probably can hire a second shooter, but it's just all like, I could build in Bloom. Jessica something, she's up here. But she has a really it started out as a really big like female empowering group. Sure. Kind of like branched out to other photographers and everything like that, and dudes got added onto it too. And so then I was like complaining. I was like, "Yo, I don't want to shoot weddings, but people, I throw out a price."
Keep asking me.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm complaining, but I mean like, I throw out $7,000, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll pay it." And I'm like,
"Shit."
Ben Hartley, I think his name is. He has a group called 6 Figure Photographers, something like that. But they're all wedding photographers, and they're like, "Yeah, I got this one big wedding for like $3,000." I'm like, "Damn, that's a whole day just making $3,000." I'm spoiled now, man. Yeah, my invoices are nice now.
$2,000 each house,
dude. The biggest one I've ever done was $1,975.
That's still nice. I mean, for me, like I just do photo, video, and sometimes drone, but like I do like between like around $750-ish per house, whatever, which I mean, still
that's a really good profit.
Fuck yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I go shoot like one house a day, even right on top of my full-time job, right now, that's the kicker. Like I want to be able to eventually leave my full-time job, but it's the Boeing medical and all that stuff like that adds up,
I broke myself in the military, so I got VA for the rest of my life. It's not the best.
No.
But
like if you're in my situation, you get like a potato for a heart or something.
Yes. I have titanium in all my legs.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn, did you get blown up?
No.
Oh.
It wasn't even cool.
No?
I went to go try. It was during a training exercise.
Like fell over, need life alert.
Close enough. I went to go take down so it was 2 months before I was supposed to get out. I just got done with a month of leave.
Yeah.
Here's a weekend. We don't do exercises on the weekend.
Yeah.
And the only time that you do exercises on people on the flight line is if they're new.
Yeah.
Like it's almost a slap in the face to do an exercise.
So it really caught you off guard.
It really did. And so they were like, here they go, trying to steal my helicopter. I hop out. I'm like, stop. Don't move. Turn away from the sound of my voice, like monotone as fuck.
Yeah.
He goes back, tells my sergeant, And I'm trying to get another week of leave because I have a whole nother week of leave ready to go. I'm like, dude, I'm not ready to be back at work. He flips out and yells at me. And so they're like, we're going to do this exercise again, and you're going to do it right. And I'm like, oh, damn right, we're going to do it right. So I'm just sitting there just waiting.
Yeah.
I see him start going towards my helicopter again. Oh.
Start running.
I wait for my backup to get there. I'm like, hold my gun.
Hold my beer.
And so, see, the worst part was this dude was a Raven. Raven, they teach you a lot of like not martial arts, but just like a lot of combatives and everything like that. So he's a little bit up on me. Okay. Yeah. But I was heated. Yeah. And so I was just like, all right, I'm grapple with him. Let's do this. And so we're tussling, and I'm about to slam him down onto the ground. And me being a nice guy, I second guess myself. I'm like, I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah.
So I stand up just a little bit, get out of my rotation. My foot was planted to rotate right.
Yeah.
I stand up. His foot was planted to rotate right. So we rotated right.
Oh, yeah.
My foot stayed.
Oh. Like tore your knee or?
No. The your lower leg has two bones. It's a smaller bone and a bigger bone.
Yeah.
The smaller bone splintered out.
Oh, fuck.
And my foot dislocated, rotated all the way backwards. When it did that, the foot bone sheared off about an inch of the bigger bone at the bottom.
Jeez.
I need milk.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a bad time.
It was horrible.
Fuck, man. And that was a long road to recovery, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm still hurting to this day. There's nothing they can do about it.
So when that was probably like when you got out, right? Like that was your last day then? Oh, no.
That was 2011. So it was Halloween. I was supposed to go the next day to become a county cop, to try to become a county cop.
Uh-huh.
Which was a PT test, was like a mile in like 15 minutes. I'm like, I could do that backwards.
Yeah.
But since I have a broken leg, I had to go to the hospital. And luckily my doctor was about to get out of the military. He's like, dude, I'm just going to hook you up with like 6 months of leave.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, hell yeah. And it was right when, it wasn't I think it was Cataclysm.
Oh, wow.
That just came out.
Oh, man.
Dude, I became like the top 100th. It was like
a gladiator?
Between 100 and 120 in rating.
Oh, wow.
For paladins. Mm-hmm. And I was like one of the best.
Shit.
Like 6
all
months
the time in the world,
yeah,
paid
I was playing
off,
like 18. I got fat. I'm fat now, but I mean, like, I got fat. I was
like totally outside the military standards of.
Completely outside of the military
You're like,
standards.
bro, did you just give up on life?
I did. But
yeah, but I'm ranked number 1.
Correct. So the problem was, I ended up having to re-enlist because they wouldn't extend my my contract so that I could heal up.
Yeah.
I had to wear a cast all the way till like April.
Jeez.
I had to re-enlist before February, or else that was my 6-year mark. So I signed up for another 4 years.
Oh, fuck.
But I played the system, and I got medically discharged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 2 months before I was supposed to get medically discharged, I get into a car accident.
Oh, my God.
Breaks the same leg, the femur this time.
Jesus. Talk about bad luck, huh?
Dude, my right leg hates me. Now my left leg's hating me because I compensate.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to compensate.
So my knee is doing bad and my ankle's doing bad now. So I know I'm going to have to get replacements on those too.
Well, you got that VA.
Yeah.
Go wait for 9 months or whatever.
Pretty much.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, at least you're like, job's not crazy physical. You're on your feet a lot, but.
Yeah, but then I can go straight home and take a nap.
Yeah, it's true. So, I mean, like, how many houses do you typically shoot a day?
So during the summer, I can push out about 6.
Jesus.
That's if
with Matterport and everything,
Not
though?
if I'm doing Matterport. If I'm doing Matterport, well, now that I have like an assistant, which I got to rehire an assistant, but if I can have an assistant.
He's hiring people.
I can end up doing 4 or 5. Do I want to do that much? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I am completely happy with 2 to 3 a day because the 2 to 3 a day at full packages, let's just say photo or video. I mean, video or Matterport, not photo, not the
not all 4. Yeah.
Yeah. I could be pulling in roughly $3,000 a day.
Oh yeah, exactly. Which is, I mean, amazing. Yeah. You know, and I mean, for where we live.
Yeah. I mean, after taxes and everything, you know, like January, best January ever. I pulled in $17,000.
And so, like, obviously, you save probably like 30% of that, or whatever.
After doing all the taxes and everything, I have a spreadsheet now that automatically takes out 25% taxes, my photo editing, credit card processing, and if I add pay for Matterport, I made about $12,000 straight take home,
which is awesome.
I didn't even make that a year. Making that in a regular job, I can't really complain.
Yeah, for sure.
But right now, I'm on par to doing $250,000 this year.
And so, it's a conversation I had with other people in the industry is, like for me, like I shoot a lot of different stuff, obviously. Mm-hmm. Do you ever worry about like the real estate market in general, like slowing down again anytime soon? Or like what would you do as a backup besides just real estate?
Stocks.
Stonks.
Yeah,
you've been doing well with that, but I mean, like, would you shoot weddings or commercials or anything else?
No,
or
I have headshots. I have like real no need to that. If I wanted to, like, I've been debating about hardcore going into. I don't like people.
Yeah,
but I have been debating about getting my real estate license.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to go. Yeah. Just the networking and all that itself, and just another if you ever needed to fall back on something, but then again, it's like. You don't necessarily need to,
So what I could do, I mean, there's skill sets from all over the place, from the military, from this or what that. If I needed to, I can always pick up a contractor job overseas.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And so like that's $120,000 right there to sit in the desert with a gun doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And so, or getting blown up, whichever. I'm okay with it. You only live once.
And that's, very highly unlikely. It's just nowadays, to be honest, like I'm the type that's like, you never fucking know what's going to happen.
Oh, no, you don't. Like I could break myself and be completely fucked.
Yeah.
But, right now, I don't see the real estate market going down like that.
Yeah.
Now, see, it is a really big seller's market right now to where there's multiple offers with houses going $40,000 to $100,000 over. Yeah. But they're still using me.
Yeah, which is crazy because like I still talk to some agents where it's like, I just use my phone and this house still sells. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to do almost like a little bit more selling sometimes to like.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, because right now they know that what I am there for is not to help them sell the house. Mm-hmm. It's to help them get the next house.
Oh, that's true too.
It's the next contract, and so
or even higher bids or bid wars or things like that too.
I'm just there to help them. Yeah, they're going to look at shiny objects. Yeah, they're going to look at someone with a cell phone, and then they're going to look at these, decent photos here or video or whatever go viral on Facebook because there was that last one that I did with the pool. Mm-hmm. That pool was amazing. That's my number one video now on Instagram. Oh, and nice. I picked up 3 clients just because of it.
Yep.
And so it was just all like, okay, cool. That's
Let's start just stealing all your Instagram hashtags.
Dude, I have a write-up. I
know. That's what I was saying.
Don't be like that one dude. We're not going to talk about him. But I mean, like.
That one groupie, that was directly your client that he was like trying to poach.
It was my best friend.
Oh, my God. It's
like she messaged me. She was all like, hey, do you know this person? I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Like, how do you know this is not going to get back to you? Like, how, I mean, like that guy.
Like, of all people, was my literal best friend.
Like, some people just don't think, I guess. I don't know.
You're in Seattle. Why are you trying to come over to Bremerton?
For real. Who knows? And that's just one of those things like, dude, there's plenty of business to go around. And it's just a weird, cold calling way, I guess you can say it, of like trying to land people.
No, I get it.
Trying to direct message people. I get it. Like I network sometimes too, but most of mine is just referrals from other people or other agents or like, come like, hey, I got sent from this agent or this buddy or whatever,
Yeah, same. Now, see, I have a different way of marketing, and I think that's what ended up happening with me and how I've been able to grow. I don't sell.
Yeah.
I'll interact. I have a whole write-up about it. Yeah. I'll interact, and I'll talk to people, but I will never once say, hey, do you want to see my price sheet? Or, hey, you want to do this? Or sometimes I'll be like, yo, so I know we did that project last year. Do we get a chance to work with each other this year?
Yeah.
Because that would be awesome. You're really cool to work with. And so pushing it on them, be like, yo, you're really cool to work with. They're like, wow, I really enjoyed working with you too. I'm like, let's do this. Let's go.
I mean, like that just shows like your character and like where you see yourself. And because when you're able to like post stuff or write-ups and help other people, it shows you that like, dude, it's not really a competition. Like in my opinion, there's plenty to go around for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, there's money out there. Stop complaining, go get it. But people like to sit, or like the real estate groups sitting, well, I can't make that much. I can't charge what you guys charge. I can't. It's like, bro, because you're not doing anything. You're just fucking sitting.
Who was it? Tyler. Oh God, every Monday we have the taco shack in the underground. And so he was talking about how he never wants to do Matterport. And I was like, they had like 2 of us just like going in on him like, dude, you got to do Matterport.
Yeah.
no one around here will ever do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just fucking get a Matterport camera. You make enough money. Come on, man. He was like, no, never will ever do it. Next week, he was like, hey, man, you're going to hate me.
Somebody asked him about it.
Someone must have.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm getting a Matterport. I'm like, I fucking hate you. You made me waste all that energy.
For real.
I'm not trying to give you a load of BS in order to, not help you.
Yeah.
In fact, I love actually helping people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the finance group and everything like that. I try to keep all those YOLO,
FOMO people.
Yeah, I try to manage people's expectations. Like, shit, I lost $5,000 the other day.
Well, and that's the thing is people just want to ride the wave, but usually they're too late, and then they get upset because they bought at the high, and then it goes down, and it's not going back up for a long time.
And they go after these meme stocks and Doge coins and stuff. I'm like, guys, this is what I'm doing. Don't do what I'm doing because
this is 100% of gamble.
This is completely a gamble.
People don't understand that though. It's
I can afford to lose $3,000.
They FOMO out
with a chance to make $45,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dogecoin, I made $7,000 altogether. I lost a big. I went after a gamble of. We were expecting it to go to 5 to 8. But then it dropped down to 4, so I lost 1,500 immediately. But at the same time, I'm not there to try to preach to people and be like, "Hey, this is what you should do."
Just showing what you do.
Yeah,
you're just like, "Hey, I'm doing this. Follow along."
Yeah. It's not same with the real estate.
Yeah,
and so I don't care. I am in a course to where I do teach people. I got paid for my time, and
that was the drone one,
Drone Launch Academy. Yeah, and so I was really. People really liked my podcast that I did with him. And so he hired me to teach how I do the Instagram. And so people still message me to this day. It's $1,000 course.
Yeah.
And but it teaches you how to start from absolutely nothing to doing Google ads, taxes, everything, bookkeeping.
Yeah, which is awesome.
How to fly, how to shoot, how to do all this. Like if I told you to how to invest into something right now, I would say if you were doing absolutely nothing, buy that course.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people some people just want that knowledge for free though. They don't want to invest in themselves.
I'm still buying courses.
I still buy courses.
Yeah, I bought the Art of Real Estate Cinematography. By far, that has turned my videos around. I look at some of the videos that I did at first.
Yeah, I do that too.
Misfocusing. The one thing that I hate that I always noticed that I did was panning. But at the beginning of it, I would be stopped. Yeah. And then I would pan and then stop and then not clip.
Yeah, so you have to clip it. That's what I do is I'll stop, press the record, and then I'll start my movement. Yeah. But you got to make sure to edit it.
I didn't. I didn't. I was like, I charge for this?
You just put it all in the timeline to send it.
I want to give them refunds. Like,
look, I will shoot 2 houses for free for you.
Well, luckily those clients I no longer work with.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, but anyways,
I actually have the RS2 right there. I was using it earlier today. I like it.
The RS2 is so nice.
I'm still trying to get certain quirks with it because I do heavy. I got the 1DX on there, and so it's pretty heavy. But I still will keep the Ronin S in my car just in case as a backup.
The Ronin S sucks for heavier weight.
Well, yeah, for heavier weight, but I have it dialed in to so I just have to mess with settings and the roll. When I first got it, I couldn't figure out how to turn the roll off. So when I was trying to shoot a house, it would keep rolling, and I was like, God damn it! And I was grab the Ronin S real fast, but I have it much better now.
The motors in the Ronin RS2 is just so much stronger, and it actually learns to you. It has AI inside of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the more you use it, the more it actually understands your foots and everything, your footsteps and stuff.
Because I'm looking at getting, I was debating between the R5 and the C70. Yeah. Because I love the C70, the look of it, the cinema camera.
It's correct. But I mean, what are you doing to need that?
For me, I think just next level, probably automotive or commercials or things like that. But then the R5 is just so much smaller and easier and to use. So that's my debate. Do I want the hybrid R5 or do I want a full cinema camera C70? But I was just watching videos Parker did a video on the C70 or she sent me a clip where that will hold the C70 with the lens on it with RS2. And I even tried my 1DX with a 7200. I was like,
the
holy
1DX
shit.
is a beast though.
I love that camera.
That thing you can beat somebody with.
Yeah, but the only thing for me is I want full frame 4K and a couple other 4K 120.
Yeah.
I did see the new Sony, like the A1 or something. Or that thing looks pretty sweet though too. But
I really don't care about it.
Yeah.
I mean, for what I do, it would be nice if I had like an R4 or something like that.
I'll say, what do you, 2 A7 threes?
An A7 III and an A7S III.
Oh, okay, that's the new one, right?
Correct.
How do you like that?
Oh, I fucking love it. 4K 60 at 10-bit.
Yeah.
So before I had 1080 at 16, so I was just like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
Peter McKinnon got me addicted to 120 frames per second.
Yeah, like everybody.
So
like
then
me.
once I started real estate videography, I had to get rid of that because I can't pan that fast or that slow. The 120 frames, whatever. But my drone video looked better than my A7 III video, but now turned around and now my drone video looks like shit.
Yeah.
In comparison to A7S III video.
Yeah, the A7S III, man, it looks like an awesome camera.
Those window pulls on it is so nice. The dynamic range in it.
Well, and one of my buddies down in Portland, he does a lot of like high-end luxury, and he was using the Black Magic, and he's like, dude, the dynamic range on the Black Magic, he says, it killed my 1DX Mark II. He's like, it was just amazing to use. And then he went and upgraded to the red Komodo.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, he loves that thing though too, which I mean is like for a red, only $6,000 is like a pretty good bargain. But you have to rig it up and all that stuff too. And
once we get into that level, I think it's a totally different mindset.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And it all depends on what you're shooting, right? If you're shooting enough variety of stuff, which I'm getting more like commercial stuff, which like for me, I can charge more than anything else just shooting commercial work.
But at the same time, I see people producing some really good videos with a cell phone.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it depends on what topic you're doing or what you're doing. You know?
I mean, for like real estate, I just don't understand it.
Some do, and some will post like, "Oh, can you believe this is my phone?" It's like, yeah, you're the one that I can tell it's the phone.
There was one that I posted that over the summer. I had to shoot because I forgot my battery.
Oh, what?
Not a memory card, but a battery. Like I could have ended up saving it by connecting it to my phone and then saving the photos to my phone.
Yeah.
But I forgot my battery at home, so I had to shoot the entire house with my cell phone. And it worked.
Like, challenge accepted.
It worked. You can tell that it wasn't up to my quality.
Sure.
But it was definitely passable. Like, the agent never knew.
Did you do photos too?
Just photos.
Is it like an HDR, or how did you do the photos?
No, I just shot in RAW and just did
Send it off to your editor, or did you edit that one?
No, I sent it off to my editor.
You're like, I'm going to need some extra help on this one.
Dom doesn't edit. Dom does not edit.
You do your videos, right?
I do my videos just because I try to be a vlogger at one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I think I've seen like some of your YouTube stuff, or like you posted like you used to do some YouTube videos.
Just go out and go out and adventure and
dude.
Stuff like
some of your stuff out there was like, dude, where's that spot? Like, there's a lot of dope spots that you go.
I just go. Sometimes I just sit on Google Maps at night and be like, I think I can get there. So
I'm waiting for. Well, if you ever need a call or help to get out, let me know. I got the truck. I'll come get you.
Yeah, about time you find wherever I'm at, I'll have the hillbilly that just passed me.
Hills have eyes.
Yeah. The great part is like most of my family's from Louisiana, so if I ever get a hillbilly after me, I'm like, I can turn on that hillbilliness all of a sudden. Hey, sir, what are you doing?
Yeah, I live right up the road.
Yeah, my cousin Aunt Belle over there,
What's that? Are you kicking something?
I don't even know, man. I didn't even kick anything. Oh, squeaky.
Maybe a squeaky. Oh, yeah.
I
was like,
why are we blaming
Something's breaking.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
It sounded like yep, that's me.
No, I think so. With a lot of people, see, I came from the automotive industry to where it was just all like covering like Formula Drift. I never got paid for that.
Yeah.
But I got credentials. So that's what I took.
Yeah.
But then I started shooting for Stance Wars. And so Mike used to pay me, I think, like $100 an article.
Oh, nice.
Which was nice, But he was actually very influential with me pushing into being my own business owner.
Yeah.
And so he would take time and spend like an hour to 2 hours just talking to me on the phone or whenever we see each other at shows or whatnot. And so the problem is that a lot of new not real estate photographers, but car photographers try to get their buddies to pay them $75.
Yeah.
These are the same people who will put an eBay exhaust on to try to save any kind of money.
Yeah.
And so it's just all like, those aren't your clientele. The people who you actually now shoot with and for, like these a lot of higher end, they might pay
Yeah.
They might pay.
Yeah. So yes. I tell people too is like, and I tried it briefly. It was like trying to, I'll shoot cars or whatever. It's like, dude, nobody wants to pay. Plus the difference between like what I'm going to charge and some kid that's going to go shoot it for free for car photography is not that big of a difference. Like there's certain things like locations or rollers or certain things that like really can set things apart or certain angles. But a lot of it is like, it's just a car, man. It's going to be the same shit. A lot of it's very similar.
It got so boring. I used to just, I quit car photography at Stance Wars.
Yeah. And I love shooting a lot of the performance cars. So like, I like doing the features on super cool builds or things like that. That's like very unique.
But you know how I told you how I got arrested and everything. Yeah. So like I got to get away from the performance cars.
Yeah, I got to get away from this entire industry.
Yeah. But no, Stance Wars, someone told me that I accidentally only brought my 70 to 200 and not my 35 to up at the parking garage that they were at. They're like, there's no way you can do this.
Yeah.
There's no way you could shoot this show with the 70 to 200.
Like, what? That's like my favorite lens.
I did it effortlessly.
Yeah.
Yes, I had to wait there a few seconds, but once I seen that it wasn't a challenge to me anymore, it was so boring.
It's hard to really get creative after so long of doing it.
But then actually that and getting to know people, I'm sure people stop you at shows and stuff like that all the time. It stops you from actually being able to cover events.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes I like this whole face mask thing now because now people won't notice who I am.
Yep.
But now people just look at me and they're like, Dom, get over here. I'm like, God damn it. How do you notice me?
Well, for me, it's
I
like,
know your body shape, sir. I'm like,
damn it. Well, for me, I'm usually always wearing my own merch. So it's kind of like a catch-22 where it's like they like the merch, but then they stop me and I can't do what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to like, I love also just making videos though too and like trying to like push myself or get creative. Cars gets kind of like repetitive and boring. It just depends, honestly. I just like, that's why I shoot everything. So real estate, I love shooting real estate. It's crazy to see some of the houses here, what they go for. It's like,
y'all got some crazy prices up here and up here. So my prices that I charge, I'm cheap for up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, for like Seattle area?
Yeah, for Seattle area. Like I'm dead cheap, so they try to get me up here all the time.
Well, that's what I've heard too. Is like from Corbin, he said there's like another competitor photographer who should like charge like $1,500 a house or like for photos or just photo video or something. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, to be honest, like some of these people work is not that great. They just have the market. They've done it for so long.
That's me, man.
Well, that's the thing is like agents, like we talked about, agents are so loyal. It's like their product they're getting is good enough. The houses sell for $100K over,
So the thing that I benefit off of is that I understand creative people.
Yeah.
So creative people, a lot of the times will get bored with something. So if they stay in a standard, always shooting four corners of a room and all this, it's going to kill them.
Yeah.
They're always looking to do something more, something better, something else.
Something a little bit different.
So if I lose someone to some college kid that, is shooting, I know in a year they'll be back.
Yeah.
And so it's just all like, all right, cool.
Go save a little bit of money for this time and you'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not trying to be cocky, but it's like I have what they need to sell their house the way that they need to. Yeah,
and I mean, it shows like in the real estate groups of people who like, and so we tell people like, dude, stay at your price. Like, don't let them try to belittle you to whatever, because they're going to know what you're worth once they figure it out.
Exactly. There has been times where I have lowered my prices.
Yeah.
Not because they're asking me to, because $350 for a Matterport that took me 20 minutes. I'm like, nah, dude, here, I'm just going to give it to you for $250. This isn't my normal price, but I'm like, here.
And especially some of these, like I shot a condo earlier today and it was like a 1-bedroom condo. And they're like, oh, I was like, this is what I normally charge, but honestly, it's going to take me like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to charge you like my minimum.
They appreciate that though.
Yeah. And that's what brings you back for the bigger houses or, as long as I tell them like, this is what I normally charge, like don't expect this every time or for a, 4,000 square foot house, it's going to be different.
One thing I do like though is, so say like if you have a main client that is the top producer and everything, I wouldn't want to take your main client.
Yeah.
That's just it. But I would sometimes like to be introduced to that main client.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're her person or his person, right? If they want to refer someone out, they don't want to refer you out.
Yeah.
They'll refer me out.
Yeah.
And so that's happened. Like there's a place in Tacoma to where she has her own person and everything like that, and I get
doesn't want to book up that person.
No,
wants to book up somebody else's person.
And so I get on their good side, and so I'm like, look, I'm not trying to steal your client. I just wanted to let them know that I can do what I can do.
Yeah, and that's because like sometimes a lot of agents need somebody. I can shoot this house tomorrow. Yep. Like it's going to be done staging, or because they know if they list it on a certain day, it may get sold over the weekend or whatever.
Yep. Which is why I'm busy on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Oh, really? Just normally, or
just because they list on Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh yeah. So that way it gets sold over the weekend or whatever they want to do. So do you ever like give yourself a day off every once a week?
I don't.
No.
I get a day off whenever. Like I just showed you, I have now 5 days off randomly.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it goes back to like once you're done for the day, it's like you're done for the day. You upload it all, do your videos, and then just take a nap or whatever you want to do.
Yep. So that's the one thing about me. I know with you, with like having a kid and everything, it's a little bit different. And so is a lot of real estate photographers has significant others. Dude, I'm single as fuck.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because at any moment's notice, I can go do whatever I need to. I have a dog that I do need to go home and go check on and, bring her to go walk her and everything.
So it seems like, do you take her with you sometimes or no?
She's a lazy ass, so she just lays on the couch the entire time. But on adventures, we go on adventures all the time. Yeah. But I've actually heard this from agents. They're like, look, we really like this person, but they have child sitting issues.
Sure.
And so I can't get them at a moment's notice the way that I can get you. You're more expensive, but I need you.
I need it now.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and it's being flexible, which is always a good thing. And also turnaround time. I've noticed, like, if I tell people like I can do it 24 hours, because I have an editor, you know, it's like, they're like, oh wait, this other guy was like 72 hours.
I'm
like,
I don't know how he's still in business.
And that's things like in some of the photography or the real estate pages, it's like, what do you mean? You're like, oh, when I shoot Friday, they get it Monday. It's like, fuck that, they'll get it Saturday morning.
I'll shoot on Saturday morning.
Yeah, exactly. Like
most of the time they'll bring me coffee.
Yeah, exactly. It's like really not that big of a deal.
I just don't. I am doing one thing that probably a lot of videographers hate. I'll have the video by 9 a.m. the next morning.
Which, I mean, is impressive, which I've tried to do because of people like you and like other agents or other video guys I know.
No one expects this, though.
Exactly.
No one expects the video to be there the next morning. So if I ever say, hey, I need to shoot an early morning shoot, I'll have it by 12.
And so that was going to be my other question is like your workflow. Like, do you get home and then upload immediately or do you take your nap right when you get home?
I take naps.
Do you ever like take too long of a nap and you're like, it's like 11 p.m. You're like, oh, fuck.
No, well, if that's the case, I could just stay up.
Stay up all night.
No, I set an alarm. So what it is I'll shoot till about 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever, depending if it's summer or whatnot. I'll take a nap real quick. I'll upload to Chris at like 9. I need to get better at that. I need to upload at like 8.
He's like, bro, I'm on my lunch.
And then I'll nap or whatever, or sometimes I won't. I need to get away from napping. I need to be like you. I need to hit up the gym, man. Yeah,
it helps a lot. Yeah. Like, you know what's funny is like I've been trying to like obviously lift more and like just carrying my Ronin more. Like, this is lighter.
Yeah,
like, it's getting easier. I'm not fucking feel like my back's on fire.
I feel like I'm starting to get that dad bod though. Not just
and you don't even have kids.
Yeah, I don't even have. Yeah, but see, the ladies like that because they don't need to feel like they need to not eat around. And
it's all about just be a good balance. You know what I mean? And like not even being the most in shape, but just getting the feel of the weights and getting healthy, and it helps you have more energy.
I used to lift a lot, like while I was in the military.
Plus, don't you drink like a lot of Red Bull too?
I drink this.
It doesn't help, bro.
It does.
I cut out all of it, and I feel so much better.
Caffeine and everything?
No. I cut out energy drinks.
Well, so it's not really. It's green tea extract.
Oh, well, yeah, but I remember like I don't know if saw you make a poster like you were drinking like 2 Red Bulls or 3 Red Bulls a day.
I was. I don't drink Red Bulls or soda anymore. Actually, Lint, I gave up soda because I will drink a soda like maybe once a week.
Sure.
And white women. No more white women for Lent. I got 40 days. So
you should make a TikTok about that.
I have.
Oh, you did?
I think I did. No, I haven't. No.
That's your next TikTok.
That's my next TikTok.
Well, because like I remember the one is like if you're watching this or if you're in your 30s or I'm your boyfriend now or something like
yeah, dude, that one blew up.
Dude, it did. I was fucking dying. I was like,
my
that's
TikToks
genius.
Are just ridiculous. I just drive and I bitch and they go. They just blow up.
Yeah.
You're over here like trying to actually put in like some good shit.
Yeah, so on my effort, I'm like 200 views. Like, what the fuck, man?
I had this nurse lady. Her and I were talking for a minute, but then we, from TikTok. Like TikTok is the next Tinder.
Dude, it's weird. Like you've seen some like actual relationships form on that app.
I'm getting relationships off of TikTok. Man. Anyways, besides
all them comments on your "I'm your boyfriend now" videos.
Pretty much. And so the crazy part is, she actually does the dances and everything, then, whatever. And then she's like upset at me. I'm like, why are you mad? She's like, you just put a 10-second video of you driving and it has 1,000 views. Yeah. How does this work? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't understand how to entertain people.
Like, I just bitch about Tacoma fucking construction.
Yeah, I just did one. I did that earlier today, like on the way here. And what are we? Hold up. 192 views already.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
30 likes, 7 comments, which isn't much. Yeah. But I know that this is going to start being on people's For You page.
When you know what I notice is like, or in the morning. Like I notice overnight or something like that too. Like my videos will get thousands of views. Just literally like it can have nothing for like all day. And then overnight it just like hits an algorithm. Yeah. And it just blows up.
Or like 3 weeks down the road.
Yep, exactly. I was about to say like that lighting video I did, like it didn't blow up until a month later. And like one day I was getting like 40 notifications at like a time. I was like, what is happening? What is going on?
My phone just maxes out at 999.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
okay. I guess this is what it's like.
And what's funny is like, if you blow up in that algorithm, you can't refresh it fast enough. Like it just goes crazy and you can't even comment or whatever.
I try to comment on everything. Yeah. Because they say the interaction with it and everything now.
It's some Gary V right there.
Dude, I like it. So this is one problem that I have. I see Gary V and he's very influential to who I am. And he's like, just fucking do it and just, be who you are and everything like that. The problem is that whenever you watch his newer stuff or anything like that, if you've been following him for a while, you know what he's going to say.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's just like, it's the same repetitive things.
Which in a way is good because it's authentic, I guess, right? He's not going to change.
Definitely true. But it's the same. 2 people who I used to look up to, who I no longer look up to. I'll tell you one, Peter McKinnon. Yeah. I now go look back at his stuff and I'm like, I used to look up to this. And so I had a falling out with myself, with him. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know me at all.
Yeah, exactly.
He has no clue who I am. But he said something about white socks.
Oh, no.
He says I don't know if he says people who wore white socks or something, but ever since then,
it's triggered you.
I don't want to watch his stuff anymore. His funny. Face just pisses me off.
I don't watch a ton of his stuff so much anymore. It's like it really has to catch me. A lot of it's more like product stuff. I think nowadays like Canon glass or whatever it is. But he does make like some videos are just fucking like epic. But I just don't consume too much YouTube anymore.
That's all I watch.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't watch TV.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, for me, it's like to be honest, like I'll watch like podcasts. Like I watch like Fighter and the Kid with Brendan Schaub, or I'll watch Joe Rogan on Spotify. Those ones, and that's just because
I just started getting into podcasts.
Oh, really? For me, like
because of financials.
Oh, well, that and like just driving a lot. I'd rather do that than listen to music because like it helps me just stay awake. To be honest, for me,
I got EDM going in my car the entire time.
Oh, really?
I'm over there just driving like this in a lifted 4Runner, looking like a country, dude. Either it's or
people are like, what is that guy confused?
Or I grew up into Tacoma. It's some of my TikTok show that I'm listening to Gangster's Paradise. Driving downtown
lifted Tacoma.
Yeah. And I'm all
wearing camo.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, what is happening right over there?
I know. Trust me. I am very confused.
They're hella good. Yeah, people are confused. Well, it's like I watched one TikTok where a dude was like, he was listening to country and like somebody was yelling at him. So he is a black dude in like a lifted truck.
Yeah.
And like his windows were up and people were like yelling at him and shit. Like, I don't know if it was like BLM or things like that. And they're like they just assumed he was a redneck in a lifted truck till he rolls down his window and is a black guy. And he goes, is this what you expected?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I think it was like that place actually, it almost looked like it was local, but it was just funny.
Sorry, I got to kind of take this.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Is it a phone call?
No, Lauren? Lauren.
From like California or something like that? Yeah.
She's low battery.
I'll say we can wrap this up anyways. We're over an hour now.
No, she like hits me up and she asks random stuff, but like her car's breaking down right now.
Oh.
It is kind of cool, being in the industry. Bumping elbows with people who you kind of look up to in the industry. And so like,
especially like over time as you grow, it's like that whole like your rivals become your idol or your idols become your rivals or something like that, right?
Yeah. And so like 2019, there's a few people like Rich Baum. Mm-hmm. I, interacted a few times with him on his group, and then I finally got to meet him, and we were just sitting there just bullshitting and drinking beer next to each other in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Yeah. And so then I was supposed to get on their podcast, and then something happened.
Yeah.
I had to reschedule because of a shoot or whatever. It was a last minute notice, and so I didn't get on the Shooting Spaces, but they, invited me. I was going to talk about real estate Facebook groups. Mm-hmm. But they wanted me not to talk about the underground. The underground is a special, special place.
Yes. Which is funny. It's like, and you still like it, you still have to be in control because sometimes it gets too out of control.
Oh yeah. I boot people all the time.
Yeah. Which how many members are up to now? It's under 1,000 still?
Under 1,000. Yeah. And so.
Are you the only admin?
Yeah. Well, I got Devin. He's on there. He is a moderator. I'm like, dude, just whatever.
Yeah. Make sure people like threaten to kill each other or something.
Yeah, which they do. And I mean, like, he's normally quick on it too, but he's normally one that's causing most of the trouble and trolling anyway. So I'm like, okay, dude, do whatever. I really don't care. Right now, I'm really focused on the finance group just because that's really my focus right now.
Which I mean is good, and help people just learn like actual knowledge, but at the same time, like just make sure they don't FOMO. That's the biggest balance. I'm sure that's tough to find. Is like, this is what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do it. Yeah. If you want to follow along, The
one thing I like about the underground is that there are a lot of industry professionals in there that are high in there. We've got the CEOs of Aereo in there.
Oh, wow.
We now have one of the chief marketing officers for Cuba Casa in there now.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just all like, it's everybody from around there. And so like,
so they don't have to tiptoe around like certain topics or things.
Like
that's
anybody can talk about anything in there, but we have a level of expectations to where it's like, what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about, a certain subject about like, hey, this is what I've ran into or whatever, or hey, this is a job, let me get some CC on this. That group like eats me so hard whenever I like post something.
Like, guys, I asked you, CC not to roast me.
Oh no, I know it's going to be a roast every single time. And so like sometimes I'm just all like, dude, I suck as a photographer. And then I check my bank account. I'm like, I guess I don't suck that bad.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
I'm getting by.
Dude, I came from living in a $50 a month trailer on the bayou in Louisiana.
Jeez. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Turn around and what was it? The first year was $109,000. First full year.
Yeah.
Last year was the second full year. And then I had a half year start, whatever. So I'm about to hit my 3-year mark, but last year was 200.
That's fucking awesome, man.
$200,000.
So do you know where you're planning to want to buy a house?
Past Gig Harbor.
Oh, okay. So do you want like land and stuff like that?
Yeah, I kind of get away from everybody.
Yeah. So, I mean, another reason why I bought like my little daily, because I stopped wanting to put the miles and stuff on my truck. Like,
I'm getting a Tesla.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna get like a little daily or something to like get the miles off your Toyota?
I'm getting. I want a Tesla just for the simple fact of. So Gig Harbor around there. So like Tacoma, average house price is $450,000. Port Orchard is like $400,000.
Yeah.
Gig Harbor is its own little area. Its average house price is $775,000.
Jesus.
Average.
Wow.
There is no $400,000 houses there anymore unless you're getting a trailer. But I wouldn't say that to keep up with the Joneses, but at the same time, I got a 4Runner, which is still a $50,000 vehicle, brand new. So it's just like, it's not a slouch, but I kind of, want to bump elbows with the boys at the golf course, be like, I can't hit the golf club, but I can eat a club, like, let's go have beers after this, guys.
Yeah. Which, I mean, do you know what Tesla you want?
I was highly thinking about the Model 3, but right now, just how everything's going.
You should get the SUV X or whatever it is.
It's like a Kia Soul back there. Like,
that's true.
The trunk is like this. But I think a Model S might be mine.
So there you go. So secure the house first and then buy Tesla?
Yeah, because I can't plug it into my apartment. I'm living in an apartment.
But it gives you a lot of money to save right now.
I feel like I'm poor rich.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like my shoes right now have holes in them.
Are you waiting for like your lease to be up or something?
No. I needed this next year's taxes, the taxes that I'm about to do, because it only included...
It's your second year.
This is my third year. This is going to be my third year. Because the first year was 2019. taxes from 2018 was only a half a year, so it only looked like I only made like $40,000.
Oh yeah.
And so then 2019 was 100,000, but it was like 54,000 after all my write-offs. Mm-hmm. And so now this year with 200,000, I'm assuming it's going to be 125-ish after taxes and everything.
Well, what I was going to say is you be careful of the write-offs because it will totally like kill your.
That's why I'm not trying to do too many write-offs. Yeah. But at the same time, with those first 2 years, I was already able to approve for a $400,000 house by myself.
Yeah.
So now that I have this next year, which is going to be the average between, the 55,000 and then the 120, which I'm assuming 70, 80,000.
Oh yeah,
is going to bump me up at least $200,000.
Oh yeah,
so I can get a $600,000 house, and I could definitely afford that because one, the VA pays me $1,500 a month, and that pays for my rent
to live.
Just to live.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So right now you have like no bills out of your own pocket, pretty much.
Besides my truck.
Yeah.
And everything else is a business write-off.
Yeah. So you're pretty frugal.
Yes and no.
Just stonks.
So yeah, I actually ran into a situation to where I pulled out too much money from my bank account and threw it into the stocks too much.
And they flagged you or what?
It like your bank account? Me. It went negative.
Oh shit.
I threw like $12,000 into the stock market. And I was like, oh, let me hurry up and switch this. So I called them up. I was like, hey man, I'm sorry.
Well, it's like that Kevin Hart's like, takes 2 days, go from my savings to my checking.
Yeah.
I took too much out of my checking.
Yeah. It was basically something like that. But first world problems to where some people are just all like,
fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Man.
I called them up and they reversed it. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But
I didn't mean to hit that many zeros.
Yeah. What ended up happening was, like I say, I have holes in my shoes.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's just like, they're still good shoes, But I also have $200 steaks in my freezer.
Yep. Priorities, right? And
I literally have no in between. Like, I look like I should belong, I'm wearing Carhartt and everything and some boots.
You like you belong in Bremerton.
But I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana, like, cologne right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just all like, there is no in between.
Well, it's a nice part of just having that freedom to do what you want or buy what you want when you want, and that's, to me, the biggest thing is just not
financial freedom.
Yep, just not having to stress. Like, you're not like I go buy a yacht or literally anything I want, but I don't stress.
I probably could buy a yacht,
but it's the point of just like the stress factor. People don't think about that. Like, money doesn't necessarily buy happiness, but you live a lot easier, more comfortable.
Yeah, so this is one thing I didn't get into. If people are still here, thank you.
Yeah, hour and 20 in.
Not stocks. 2016, I was down to, my car got repoed. I was negative like $500 in my bank account at the beginning of the month. I couldn't afford rent. Somehow I managed to sell I was a Nikon guy before. I sold all my photography equipment just to make rent that month.
Jeez.
Car repoed. I was going to food banks and everything. I just couldn't make it. It was just all like, I got to do something better. I got to be better. I got to do something more. And so, if you're religious, you're religious. But I think like God was like, dude, here's the bottom. Let's see what you can do on the way up. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Well, it's just you figure it out. Like you just get tired of being in that situation, right? And then it's kind of weirdly motivating, as long as you don't get too sidetracked in whatever else you get into, It just, I think it's a mentality thing of you can't blame other people for where you're at. Like, you just got to take accountability for it and just, okay, I got to figure this out. I have to take control of where I'm at.
Yep.
And just, it's having that conversation with yourself, right?
Another thing too that was bringing me down is that I get migraines a lot, so I can't hold a regular 9-to-5 job.
Oh, okay.
Because it will I'll get blind in this eye and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I found a job to where I can just do whatever I want, whenever I want.
Yeah. And you can still be capable if you don't have to deal with people. Yeah. Is the biggest part, right?
If I do, I have to suck it up for an hour.
Yeah. And you go take a nap.
This is definitely a blessing for what I'm in now and how I am and how successful I am right now. But see, that's just it. If I can do this, anyone can do this.
Yeah.
I've helped so many people out, like push towards like, dude, just do this. Here's all the research tools that I gave you. You know how many people has actually done it? One.
Exactly. And
one person.
And then they say that you're lucky for where you're at.
Oh, one person said that. And my timeline, like everybody who hasn't even met me.
Yeah.
They're like, lucky.
Yeah.
Have you not been here? This was my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, man.
Like, she was like, you're lucky to be where you're at.
Yeah. It's like, bitch, what?
Yeah. And I was all like, yo, chill. You're just stop.
Yeah, you're coming off stupid.
Yes. And so she blocked me. I'll message her one night and be like, hey,
still here.
Still making it. But at the same time, I still give back.
Oh, yeah. I'm the type of, like, I feel like I give back to those who, like, actually work towards something, though.
Yeah.
You know, because you get people who, like, especially in Seattle all the time, people who, like, you know, homeless or people out there on the streets not trying or just totally giving up, which is a whole nother conversation, right? And it's tough to separate the two. And it's like, I'm the type who's like, I want to, like, because I've been there, you know, you've been there, like, rock bottom, but if you put in effort, then that's when you want to help people. Because I feel like you can help people, but if they don't want to be helped, then it's kind of a, you know, they're not going to do anything with it.
I get into those arguments a lot, though. I'm like, look, you can pull yourself out of poverty. I've done it. Like, yeah, I joined the military. Well, you shouldn't have to join the military. I was like, okay, well then get your job to where, you know, you can, you know, keep going up in. Because there's a lot of jobs to where I joined to where I couldn't, you know, what was the next level above me was like the owner of the company. Yeah. So I couldn't, you know.
Well, and a lot of it is like you get a job for now and then you apply for other jobs while you still have a job.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't stop looking when you're in one. And there's, you know, and people will get comfortable or whatever it may be, or they think they're stuck. It's like, dude, if you live in the US, man, you're not stuck. Like, you know.
It sounds stupid. A lot of boomers, I'm sorry if you're a boomer, but say it, well, you could just learn coding. Yes, you actually can just learn coding. There's Code Academy to where you can take their courses to learn how to code.
Yep, all online almost nowadays. Everything
I've learned on how to run my business, 85% of everything that I learned how to run my business, do photography or anything that I've learned how to do has been from YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much same here.
And so any
YouTube
kind of topic
just fucking trying,
do,
just figuring it out.
Be a subject matter expert at something.
Yep.
And people will pay you for it.
Yeah, and like we said, like buy courses, invest in yourself, or read books, or whatever. Everyone has different ways to learn, you know.
The last time I read a book was like 2006.
Yeah, I mean, I
haven't picked up a book since. I feel really dumb sometimes, but
you got to read them stonks books,
dude. I can't. Like, I have an entire like Dropbox filled with PDFs right now of how to read candles and everything. I'm like, ape's not that strong.
I'll just keep guessing.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah,
you know, making 32,000 in 1 year.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's luck.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. We'll appreciate you having on.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll have to do this again sometime if you want.
Of us just babbling.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good. I don't even know.
I'm a babbler too.
Did we even stay on topic for anything?
A little bit.
I'm sorry, guys.
We may have stayed on topic or came back to the same topics numerous times.
We circled around a few times. They should hire me for the White House.
We're going to circle back to that. You know, we'll just circle back. Noted, we're circle back to that.
Yeah, so. Part 2, another day.
Do you want to plug where people can find you? Go for it, man. Instagram?
Yeah, you know what? Find me on Instagram. Dom Photog. It's Photo G, like Photog. Like, it's a dumb name. Yeah. Or you can find my professional one, which is Dom Does Media.
There you go.
It's all one word. You won't find me on Facebook. I mean, you can try to find me on Facebook, but I have a fake name on Facebook, so don't find me on Facebook. I'm a bit much on there.
Yeah, he's a bit extra.
Yeah. World events happen. Dear God, you come to me for any kind of news, and I will tell you what's going on.
You'll get TikToks.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Thanks, man.
Yep, definitely.